Wow! Welcome! We're doing it again. It's Walkin with Walkin. Hello. Welcome back to the podcast, Walkin with Walkin. I'm your host, Christopher Walken. You may remember me from such films as Brainstorm and Catch Me If You Can, starring Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio. How they haven't been in more films together is beyond me. But we're here tonight, a very serious situation. This is a very special episode because tonight we're going to discuss racism. I think we have to. Mr. Morgan Freeman will be joining us later. But right now, I decided, for some reason, I felt like the Harry Potter series of films and books is very racist in a lot of ways. They call us muggles. Muggles. This sounds very inwardish. Don't appreciate at all. So decided that we need to discuss the situation now. Recently at the Oscars, the entire nation saw actual black on black crime. It was a crime. It was assault. Billy Smith assaulted my good friend Chrissy. Not cool. Not cool at all. Not even gonna try. Justify. Jada, they're kind of a fucking bitch. Let's not even get into that yet. Hell, we have so running our services this evening is once again Mr. Corey Feldman. Hello, say hi to the audience, Corey, and be good, be nice.
Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. I, of course, am Corey Feldman, and please check out my new album, Righteous to the Core, or something like that. I don't exactly remember. But also check out my autobiography, Choreography, and if you can find a copy of it, my documentary that I made it really hard to watch. And then, of course, everything fucked up and I lied. That's just what I do. So yeah, check out that, and also if you can find the Lifetime movie, The Tale of Two Corys, that will tell you everything I've ever wanted you to know about me. Always. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you, Chris. Take it back.
Sure. My God. Wow, that's. Ugh. Remind me to never give you the mic again. I thought maybe you were going to grow up from the last time. You know, you embarrassed me in front of Rob Zombie. It's unpardonable. Anyway, moving on. So the guest that we have tonight so far, this was kind of you can throw it together soon. I also called Sir Patrick Stewart and I said, hey, why don't you old guys get together with me? Come on, let's hang out and just talk about shit and get drunk on rum. They all said fine. I called Johnny, found out he's having a thing with his wife. Apparently, they're in court. I don't want to get involved. So, moving along, my first guest is, yes, I understand he's dead. This is not going to stop me, Christopher Walken. No, fuck that. That this means he's unavailable, but I called him with certain sorcerers. And he's here now. Never expected to be, so he's a little out of it. Forgive him if he's a little flustered. This is the great Alan Rickman. Alan, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Christopher. But I have absolutely no idea what is currently going on right now. But apparently, I am a guest on a show that has no cameras.
It's a podcast. It's on the radio, but there's also long streams of black bars, no imagery, just pictures of people. Trying to work with that. Now, Mr. Feldman is supposed to help out. I had to call in a very special friend of mine called the Cholo out of Oklahoma. He's currently helping with some graphics. We're gonna, reupholstery these episodes, but I had to talk tonight about racism. I'm tired of it. Alan, talk to me as being one of the most predominant racist characters in fantasy lore.
Excuse me, what racist?
Yeah, you call humans muggles. Muggles. Say that to yourself. Say, I'm a muggle. Say it.
I'm a muggle. I am a muggle, actually. I mean, we all are. Those characters don't exist. Christopher, you know that, right? You're very well aware that these are not real people, right? Right.
For sure. It's not important. It's important. It's important here, friend, is that you understand that if we had wizards, witches, warlocks, they would be racist.
We actually do have witches. In fact, there's an entire religion called Wicca. I believe it's one of the terms for it. There's also just paganism, just regular old paganism. That there are pagans in Norway and Finland who they resort back to the old Finnish gods. Many of them named in the Kamalara. There's an ancient epic. It's a Finnish epic. Hold on, let me blow my nose. My God, the creatures I'm creating in these tissues. It should be art. And, I've seen some art. It looks like trash. People buying it. Buy my snot. Fuck. Continue. What were you, Alan? The Finnish epic of creation has several gods named. Also, you have the sagas, the Snorri Snorlason sagas of Icelandic lore. That's where you're getting your Thor and your Lokis and your Odins or Wotans. But a lot of people really appreciate those old sagas and myths. So those characters are a part of several religions that actually do still exist today.
Not like Lord Xenu, right? God, what are you wearing? Why am I just full of goo?
Actually, I think it comes down to the fact that I'm dead, and the entire filtration system here is slowly but surely building up with ectoplasm. It's a substance that occurs anytime there is a ghostly apparition like me.
Right. Okay, didn't... Oh, God, if we only had cocaine... Oh, don't. Deborah winging me on that one. Okay, but you understand that Snape, Professor Snape, was racist. He didn't like the half-muggle nature of Mr. Potter.
No, I think it was more about him being in love with his mother, and like he actually really did care for Harry, but he couldn't let himself be observed as caring for Harry.
Have you seen the fucking films? Sure, I have. They're racist. Just saying. Muggle. Anytime you give, I mean, that's like if I'm a racist, but look at crabs, and I say, "Ooh, you pincers! Hey, pincer, get out of the shore!" You know, I'm being racist. Crabs. I'm going to. I'm going to believe that means something. Let's talk about your Christmas movie, the Love Actually. Oh no, yeah, that. I believe that movie also shared a starring role with a good man, Andrew Lincoln. He's currently, I believe, he's in the Walking Dead television show based on the comic. No, Alan, sorry, you've been gone. He's no longer there. Andrew Lincoln has moved on. He wants to spend more time with his family, but he keeps promising there's going to be a movie about the guy, sheriff, zombie killer. Forgot his name. The character's name is Rick Grimes, out of Georgia. Wow, thank you for the geography lesson, Alan. No one asked. Thank you. Yeah, so he's like not on the show anymore. They like blew him up on the bridge, and then he floated down, and the helicopter took him. And fucked if I know where he's at currently, and no one else. We think Philadelphia, the fans, but we don't know. Okay, but he was on. Okay, how long was it on? I believe it was 8, maybe 9 seasons. I think. I'm not sure. All I know is I really wanted him to die since they announced it the summer before they did the before the season premiere. They announced it was Rick Grimes' last season, and the spoilers came flowing. They said he's only going to be there for like the first 5 episodes. It's like, real, and you're like, well, you kind of ruined anything you're trying to do. You know, I know that's actually very unfortunate. I hate that. I hate that. Yeah, Christopher, we're finally on the same level here. I absolutely abhor when the spoilers. Like I grew up with spoilers. You didn't never go to class with anyone and say, "Oh my God, did you fucking see the end of Night of the Living Dead? They shot the black man in the face." And you're like, "Oh my God, really? I gotta go see this movie." Really, they just did it. These Americans, all this racial stuff going on. They just shot a black man and they said, "Yeah, it happened. You gotta go see this film." I saw this film. I said, "Oh my God!" So yeah, I mean, this is amazing to me. Thank you for hitting this right on the head. No, much obliged. Thank you for recognizing. It's just a shame. But we're gonna move on. Did you see the slap heard from around the world? I did. Well, I mean, I kind of felt it. I've been dead. You understand? I'm a part of the universe. All the molecules that used to be me have dispersed, and somehow through some sorcery, you have brought them all back together as more of what the Greeks would call a shade of the previous Alan Rickman. So it's me, but it's not me, but it is me, but it could be me, but it is me. It should be me. It should be. It should. I like that. I want to tell people that. I should be. I wonder what they would say. It's like calling a white person the N-word. They really won't know what to do. They'll look at you like, what? Right, Rickman. That's
good, Alan. It's good to laugh. Come on, enjoy life. I'm dead, Chris. Okay, shut your face. Shut all your holes. Like that. Now, let's pretend like you're not. Can we play pretend? You're an actor. That's probably accidentally the most profound thing you have ever said in your existence and in our relationship. I very greatly appreciate that. Cheers, bro, mate. Cheers. So, let us discuss something real quick. We actually saw on television black on black crime between Will Smith and Chris Rock. And you actually worked with Chris Rock on a little film that might not many of you know of called Dogma, not the artistic festival of independent cinema that was done like a few years, a couple before. It's this whole like just use natural light and artsy fartsy filmmaking, whatever. But little Kevin Smith, this Rotundan, New Jerseyite, decided to make a little film called Clerks, and he kept promising Dogma, and 2 films later, he made it. And it's about angels trying to get into heaven. So, Alan, you're practically almost an angel. You can probably throw some light on not only the performance, but I want to know more about the man, Chris Rock. Like, why would another black man just walk on stage and slap him? Okay, first off, I want to discuss the whole, what I really liked about the script for Dogma was there's a certain author named Elaine Pagels. She's done a lot of work on Gnostic Christianity, which is it was a historically it's factual. It's historically based, sort of rival cult to the ancient Christians. They share a lot of the same stories about Jesus. They share a lot of the same scriptures in accordance, but they're in the nature of whether Jesus Christ was human or not. That's where they start to veer off. And you have like the Sethians and the Kuthites. There's several sects of Gnostic Christianity. So it can't be bottled down. It can't be contained in one test tube. But the stories and the alternative gospels of these people, they're found in Nag Hammadi in Egypt. Actually, 4 years before the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered. They're written in Coptic, so it's easy to translate. And the fascinating thing about these stories is in one document there is just a sayings gospel. It's just the sayings of Jesus. There's no nativity stories. There's no miracles. It's just sayings. And archaeologists and a lot of scientists agree that as far as writing goes, that's what you get first. You get sayings. And if the sayings are meaningful, then suddenly you have people that start, adding character to the people that are speaking, and then a mythology is made, and then suddenly you're telling stories about virgin births, and angels, and resurrections, and all this. So that's kind of where Kevin Smith. That's what fascinated me, is that he really wanted to play the angels
the way that they were understood by both Gnostic and Jew and Christian, which they are sexless in those connotations. And the fact that the movie was willing to play that, no, that's what she said, stuff, but it amused me. It very much amused me. I loved being a part of that production. My favorite personal scene is the one where I'm talking to the first Zion on the lake shores. And I'm saying, can you imagine what it was like telling Jesus that he's going to have to die and I can't do anything about it?
We've both played angels, Alan.
Yes, we have. But I completely dig your performance in The Prophecy. It's probably one of the greatest films you've ever done.
Thank you. Touched. God. Alan. Wow. Yes, but we have what I love about our performances as angels is we had that same concept. We didn't. Yours was sexless. In mine, we had penises and vaginas. I mean, total reverse of that.
Or, I mean, not exactly. Like, you're just more unisex. We were absolutely no sex, which kind of builds a unity on its own in a way, if you want to think about it in a funny meta way.
I do. I always do. God, what I love is that you actually have wings, and we only hinted at wings in our production. You saw it in flashbacks, shadow work. You never really saw wings on us. I always wanted a pair. You know, just really thought that's big black raven-like wings would have been pretty beautiful on me, especially me. Love that coat.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. I'm gonna. You mind if I have a cigarette?
No.
So I have to agree that I really think that you how can I say, you were rather short spun on those sequels. They really tried to do something at one point and then they like kind of just abandoned it, but they actually found. I'm gonna say this: Prophecy 3 is probably one of my favorite B movies. I love seeing Gabriel as a human trying to redeem himself. I don't think the movie gets enough credit.
I understand. I'm with you. The problem is, there was a guy named Vincent Spano. If you don't know who this man is, he started showing up sometime around 1980 something. 1988, 89, kind of around Batman, Tim Burton times. He started showing up in motion pictures for no goddamn good reason. And he's horrible. He's horrible. Can't even tell you.
No, I mean, I've seen him, and I've not been impressed. Not been impressed at all.
Right, Alan. Wow. The Rick Master says it like it is. No, he's terrible. He was in this Indian summer movie where he got the shit knocked out of him. I love that scene.
Yeah, that's a good scene. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good scene.
Right. But you just want to see him run over. I wanted Sylvester Stallone to murder him in Oscar. One of the great unsung comedies that came out of the, I think, early 90s. Not good on these dates. On this,
yeah, there's some around there. I didn't really see the film, so I really can't comment on it. It looked funny. I like Chaz Palminteri. I would have seen it for him alone.
This is a really funny sequence. There's these tailors called the Fiducis. and he uses them to scare Vinny Spano, who's trying to like hustle him for jewels. This whole thing, it's a farce. It's terrible. But he's trying to hustle him for jewels, and Sly Stallone is not going to be taken easily. He say, "Yeah, I'm going to scare the fuck out of this little prick." So he talks about his tailors to him like they're vicious Corsican assassins. He's like, "You understand who those two gentlemen are over there? Look at them. They look mild-mannered, right? And they're twins. But they are the Fiducis. They are the grossest Sicilian monsters. They're cheap, too. They do it because they love the work. I'm going to sick them on you if you don't play ball." You don't play ball. You just Vincent Spano. I want to think that was real. And he like shit his pants.
I can see why you would think that sounds actually pretty funny.
One of the Fiducis is the actor who played the blood-sucking lawyer in the Jurassic Park, the first one.
Right. Oh, fuck. He was in something else that I worked on.
Was he in Dogma?
I don't think he was in Dogma. I don't remember him. And if he was, he wasn't in any. He wasn't in any of the scenes I was in. So, which I, of course, as you understand, being the Metatron was in very few of the scenes. As more like a Gandalf sort of character.
It's true. Never thought of that. That is actually a subgenre of character. The wise old man, right?
Yes, yeah, I would not really, but more like the handler or emissary. I would say more messenger, kind of like not so much Gandalf. I'll say probably Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars films.
Right. You know, there's a new show coming on streaming network on Disney Plus, and it's going to be about Ben Kenobi. And what I love is that Moulin Rouge, fuck Todd, is coming back. He's going to play Obi-Wan. He's so good. He was in that movie about crack or heroin. Was it? No, it was as heroin. Christopher, please, you've got to lay off. His name is Ewan McGregor. He's a very good actor. And you've seen him. For God's sakes, you've seen him. I have. Just didn't concern myself with learning him. I don't have Twitter.
Okay, this is Train Spotting is the movie we're designing. It was way before Twitter, so there's not really a causation there. Let's. Ewan McGregor is the quintessential Kenobi at this point. He's the most beloved. Even people who hate the prequels,
I do. I hate him so much. God damn him, I hate him so much.
Even people who hate them have loved his performance as a young Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He does. That's good. He's fair. He's very fair with it.
Right. So I mean, I'm actually interested to see the audience reaction to the Kenobi series. I have high hopes for it.
We're going to do a review of it. We're going to dissect the entire Star Wars mythology while we do it. We're going to ruin everyone's good time.
Oh, that's. Can I be in on that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm telling you about it. Yes, Alan. My God, we're going to invite Jonathan Banks too. Did you listen to last week's podcast?
I did, actually. I thought it was quite amusing. Jonathan Banks, I have loved his work ever since Buckaroo Banzai in the Eighth Dimension. He played the orderly that tried to hold Lazar.
He mentioned that, and I thought he was telling me stories. Then I saw the film. Weird.
That's fair, I guess. That's pretty fair. Christopher, we were talking about Love Actually earlier. What did you want to ask me about that? I wanted to know how it felt to play a son of a bitch that doesn't deserve a second chance and then gets one. Oh, wow, it's pretty blunt. I really I think it kind of attests to the reality of love as it actually is, and not this Hercule made up fantasy that we all have about it. I think he realizes love isn't just about raw passion in a moment's notice. It's also consideration, and he learns that he has everything he ever wanted in his wife. He needed to be on the brink, I think, to realize what he was giving up if he went forward, and so he doesn't. God. Wow. Alan. Wow. Thank you. That is probably the most beautiful. Wow. Thank you. It's no problem. It's really how I kind of felt about that guy. That's what kind of brought me under the project, was that sort of sensibility about the character. And yeah, I mean, I really didn't have anything else to say about that one at all. Let's get back to Dogma there. I do want to, Chris Rock. I have to say, you will never meet a nicer man in your life. He will joke. He can poke. But he does it out of love. And if he's not joking with you and at you and about you, he doesn't like you. I understand that. I was kind of wondering about that, because I was like, he's been friends with Jada Pinkett for years. There's no reason for him to not be sympathetic towards a problem with the hair. Right, and that's the thing, is that when we worked together, we only had like 2 scenes together, and this one is like, oh, the voice, he like mentions me as like the disciple, and I'm not going to say it disdainfully the way it just sounded, but I recognized who he is. He recognized who I am, but I have to say that off screen, when we weren't shooting when we were just hanging out, he kept us laughing. He was always funny. Kevin Smith adored him. I adored him. He would shoot something at you. He'd poke at you, and he'd tell a joke on your behest. At your expense. right. And he would do that and immediately apologize right after. I'm sorry, I love you. Like stuff like that. It was great. He's very humble. More humble than the Will Smiths of the world apparently want him to be seen as, which they are not winning that battle by a long shot. No, you are right, Alan. You're correct. Billy Smith is a fucking wanker. Yes. First time I ever had a problem with him was Wild Wild West. But I forgave. I haven't forgiven Kevin James for Paul Blart Mall Cop. Don't know why that's even a thing. Still not over it. But I forgave Billy Smith. Forgave him for the Wild Wild West. Spider robots. Bullshit. But now he's done the ultimate insult. He's slapped
Chris Rock.
You don't slap Chris Rock. If you're gonna slap Chris Rock, I should be able to go slap Tim Allen and Dennis Miller. Should I not?
I think I think you should. Yes. No, I think you should have every right to slap Tim Allen and Dennis Miller. And while you're at it, too, you can also like. Yeah, never mind. I'll go slap Rush Limbaugh for you if you want.
Rush Limbaugh, that dead fat fuck. He's dead. He's such. Fuck him, loser.
Well, I'm dead. Am I a loser?
No, Alan, you're dead. You're here though. You're here. I mean, come on. Can we get past
the ghost shit? Why is it stuffy in here?
The ectoplasm is slowly collecting in the ventilation system. So I explained this earlier. I don't know why you're like,
goddamn, Corey. How you feeling over there?
I'm doing okay. I'm a little kind of stuffy. I'm really dripping a lot of snot out here. I've turned off the mic so you didn't hear all the sneezes and sniffles.
Quite a few.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to not do that. No. By the way, has anyone seen my Comeback Kid video? I think we're way past the point where we could have a commercial break.
No, we're not. We cut off when I say it's a podcast. God damn. Boy, who are other sponsors besides your fucking music? God damn.
Okay, well, our other sponsors are Paramount Pictures, I guess Disney Plus, whatever. Yeah, Indiana Jones 5. There is a special right now for Amazon Prime members. They can get a complimentary bullwhip if they buy any other Indiana Jones memorabilia. They get a complimentary 6-foot-long bullwhip made out of kangaroo hide leather. Apparently, Chris, you've already got one of these.
I have. It's right over here. You know who I got it for?
I'm really afraid to, it's me, isn't it?
It's you. It's all you. I need something. I need to be able to touch you in violent ways that don't require me to put my hands on you. Filthy little son of Abraham.
Is that a Jew remark? Are you hating me? Are you anti-Semitic?
No, I'm not, but you are a Jew. You're just dirty.
I'm not gonna lie, Christopher, that sounds a little anti-Semitic. And I trust me, I've heard anti-Semites.
Apologies. Not sorry, Feldman. Sorry.
Well, I didn't really think you were anti-Semitic. You just use that son of Abraham.
I think it's funny. I like that. I like that you have an identity beyond yourself. I don't. Mine's Broadway and taps.
What the fuck am I gonna call that? I'm a tapestry. You know, if I came from Munich, I could say I'm a musician. You know, can't, because I'm not. I don't really know what we're talking about, but I get a feel for what you're kind of saying. I'm pretty sure you're not anti-Semitic at this point, because I really don't even think you could be. I don't even think you know what that would mean. So, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that.
So do I. Moving along. Alan, let's talk about the future. How do you see the post-slap America formulating?
It's not just America. It's actually the entire world is heard and saw this particular situation unravel. And I think that the consequences. Recently, Dave Chappelle was attacked on stage at the Netflix. Netflix is not funny or something, whatever. Netflix is a joke. Yeah. Comedy festival. Dave Chappelle was doing a certain night. From what I understand, a gentleman, MAGA hat wearing rap wannabe ran up on stage and tried to stab Dave Chappelle with a prop gun that opens up into a knife.
That's exactly what happened. No, he has like it's one of those trick. It looks like a gun, and it turns into a knife if you you just don't want to shoot a person.
That they make that for human beings is appalling. But so that's what it was.
No, that was it. And he came up and he slipped when he came up on stage, and so Dave was able to get into a good posture. I was recently stabbed myself 2 years ago by a needle.
I remember hearing about that, and I'm not going to justify it. I don't think that happened. Okay, I think you're lying. Just
You're lying.
I'm not lying. Why do you people think I'm lying about these things?
Because no one cares about your fucking problems. Except that you insist on us listening to your music. Moving along, Alan, continue. What were you saying?
I really don't remember. I'm just that was Corey. For God's sakes, can you please stop? You know, he didn't like being raped when he was alive. So why don't you quit raping his corpse now that he's dead? And I'm talking about the motherfucking goddamn hamster.
What are you talking about? I didn't do anything like that, okay? He was all about the gay stuff. I wasn't.
Shut your fucking mouth. Christopher, turn off his mic.
I can't. He's in charge. Turn off your mic. I'm not going to turn off the mic. I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to let you destroy me and blaspheme me. Blaspheme, my God. What are you, a fucking angel? You know one. Shut up. Jesus God. I'm coming over there. I'm going to fucking... What's that? Yeah, well, Christopher, I'm not kidding, man. I was like, shut, Christopher, I'm saying, give me that. Stop. Stop.
Son bitch. Fucking creep.
Hello, we're back. Thank you for that. I was going to go over there and do something really scary to him, since I'm, a ghost and all.
I don't need that. That's going to give me nightmares. I don't want to see that. Okay. Well, you can't eat, can you, Alan?
No.
Can you smell?
No. I mean, I can feel the sense of smell, but I don't, really have to breathe through my nose. In fact, it's funny, I'm talking. I'm actually taking up ectoplasmic residue just to formulate these supernatural vocal cords and lungs in order to process oxygen so that way you can actually hear me. A lot of people don't understand that's how ghosts kind of work. We have to remake forms that we're comfortable in. That's why you see many ghosts that have the clothes that they were wearing when they died, or clothes of a very specific time and place that they left.
Let me ask you something. Alan, why don't we not see ghosts of cows? Little bunnies, chickens.
I mean, I suppose I guess because I love
Right. You have these people out there doing this, looking for ghosts. Bullshit. They find nothing but, EMPs, which are everywhere. That's electromagnetic stuffs. Not a pulse, but electromagnetic energy. They find it everywhere. And they think that, oh my God. So I'm going to turn this on in a room that has a lot of electronics. Oh my God. We're loaded with ghosts. We got to do something. We got to...
Maybe that's going off because I'm here.
No, Alan, no. If you disappeared now, it would still do this. I did it with the Feldman earlier, and he kept telling me, Ghost, tell me your grass is real, it's fucking real. Shut up! Shut up! You don't know me. Fuck you. Alan, it's not you. It's just nature.
I can see that. I can understand that. I should respect that.
I'm gonna have to drain the lizard. And you're gonna have to disappear for a good 45 minutes. So that way we can clean out the ectoplasm. I can't breathe in this fucking room. Corey, you feel me?
Yeah, you dog.
So we gotta do something about this.
I understand very much, sir. I will vanish. I will reappear in 45 minutes. Are you sure that'll be enough time?
Sure. For sure. Yes. Also, got a taco. They want to eat. This was premature, this entire broadcast, but here we are. We'll be right back after these messages. Hello, this is Walken with Walkin.